Okay, so here we are with part two of uh, we're really screwed up, and I think I know why. And like I said in the beginning, I believe that I know that it's because we have allowed ourselves to be deteriorated, allowed ourselves to take God out of our system. That's who we are. And the reason why I'm talking to some of you people, specific groups, I'm not picking on you, but I'm trying to put it back in perspective that our 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 system is a Judaic-Christian system, and it's based on the Ten Commandments, and it's based on what Jesus taught and what He told us He wanted us to do. So that's who we are. That's who we are as a nation. Just like the Muslims, the majority. I don't know that much about their religion other than the bad parts of it, but that's who they are over there. And if you go to India, uh, they're a Buddhist nation. You know, not everybody's a Buddhist there, but most of them are. And then they get into things where if you're not doing the right thing at the right time, you wind up dead. And obviously, most of you know in the Muslim community, I think sometimes if you breathe the wrong air, you wind up dead. But that's my opinion. But if you wind up in Red China and you try to voice any type of opinion, well, that's a godless society. So when I'm talking to somebody, let's say like an atheist or something like that, you're in a Christian nation, okay? And no, you don't have the right to change it. And just like with the gay issues and everything, I don't believe in I don't care what gays do personally, okay? But as a nation, because we're a Christian nation, and that we claim these laws and these and that we follow them, we cannot, as a nation, we as a society, we can't accept gay marriage. Not on the surface, not like that. If they should come up with some way, I get it. They should come up with some way that you can navigate those situations, but it can't be as a Christian nation. We can't endorse it, if you understand what I'm trying to say. And there's nothing, I don't mean anything negative by that or anything. It's just it's against the principles that we set down. Just like in any other nation you go to, you know. The difference here is maybe you don't like that rule, but you're not in a homosexual nation. Maybe you don't like that rule. Maybe you don't like the idea of God being thrown around so much because you're an atheist. It doesn't matter. You're not in an atheist nation or a Muslim nation. We don't. Our system isn't set up on Allah here or Muhammad or anything else. So no, you don't have a right to change it. And if you do, our Constitution calls that treason. Okay, and there's a reason for it, so that it doesn't happen like that. Now what's happened now, and like I said, it's no secret, everybody knows we're in trouble right now, okay? And we're in trouble because people are committing treason. People are corroding our system. And I have no intentions of stepping on anybody's toes here, I hope that hasn't happened. But I am going to say the truth of what I believe is the truth. And that's this. Our system has gotten us 200 years, at least, of the best place to be on earth. Look around you. You know, if you're a Muslim and you go to Red China, if you do what you did last week in Washington, D.C., and threatened to kill all Americans, if you did that in Red China, you'd be dead. In a lot of places, if you're a homosexual and you said that or claimed it, you'd be dead. In a Muslim country, you'd be dead. Atheist, you'd be dead. The only country, I'll say the best country, that doesn't follow those kind of situations is this country, and it's because we're a Christian nation. Now, I grant you that there are churches within the United States that, if they had their will, they would like to force that on you, but that's not who we are. And yes, they believe in God and Jesus and all of that, but they want to force their views on other people. That's why we were set up like we were. Like I told you before, I go to church on Saturday because I believe the fourth commandment says that the seventh day is the Sabbath. Okay? But I don't have a right to enforce that, what I think, on the rest of you. I don't have a right to make all of you go to church on Saturday if you don't believe in it or anything. You know? So that's the separation of church and state. We all believe in God and Jesus and everything, well, with some exceptions. But we tolerate, in all aspects. We tolerate, and we do it with respect, or Jesus called it love. You know, that's how we're supposed to do it. Okay? And I know we've all had experiences with people that haven't been like that, but they can say what they want to say. That's a free country in that aspect. Okay? And if it offends you, it offends you. Get over it. You know, move on. I've been here 66 years. I've seen all kinds of stuff. You know, everybody lived through it and got over it. But what's going on now, you have these people that have an agenda to destroy America, who don't believe in God, Jesus, you, anything. They want to kill all of us, okay? And they're utilizing all of these different little things, like the gay issues, like atheists, like Muslims, even like open borders, all of these things. They're and black and white issues, Mexican, Spanish issues, and it's all designed to divide us. And what we're supposed to be doing right now is we're supposed to be uniting, as a lot of us are Christians, as Christians, and the rest of those of you that don't consider yourselves part of that, you're still part of us. And we all believe in this system in terms of how we're able to live and go about our business and everything. That's what it's all about. And for any of you that are in any of these groups that I've talked about, you can't do that anywhere else in the world. Okay? And if there's some things that need to be fixed, they can be fixed within this system. They can be worked on and understood. But two things that can happen: we cannot change our system to fit personal beliefs of people. It's not going to happen. It shouldn't happen. We're a Christian nation. If you don't like that, there's plenty of non-Christian nations out there. If you're a Muslim and you don't like the way we eat, the way we sing, whatever, there's lots of places you can go. There's lots of Muslim nations. If you're an atheist, there's plenty of countries that don't believe in God or anything, you can go. But here's the trick. Every one of you is here for the same reason. You like it here. You have liked it here, and the reason why is because you overall have been able to come and go and do what you want to do in a fair way. Okay? That's tolerance. And like I said, tolerance has nothing to do with changing our laws or our belief system, which we're set up on. Nobody has the right to do that. But it's being done every day now, on a daily basis, because once it starts, it never ends. Had a bad mosquito there. Anyway, and this is my challenge for all you guys, is look around you, see if there's another nation out there that will accept you how you are, or will bend over and change their society for you. And you're not going to find it. And in a frank sort of way, you're not going to find it here either. You shouldn't find it here. We are who we are, and if it doesn't fit into your program, go somewhere where it does. But remember this: we believe in tolerance. We're supposed to, and it's been that way overall. It's been it's like here's the difference. Like I said, I'm 66 years old. I go back to the 60s and 70s, and there were some riots. And there were some black and white race riots and things like that. But you know what's funny is, back then we all went to church. Didn't matter what nationality you were, or color, or whatever. We all went to church. And the difference was, there were those things going on, but they were, how do I say it? They were toned down in a form, or they were done in a different way, because everybody had a sense of God in their hearts in some way or another. A lot of that's gone. I see hate that I thought I'd never see in this country in the last few years here. I mean, real hate. I don't understand it, but I know this. I know that our government is involved in it. I know that they are pushing and trying to make people divide and hate each other and fight among each other, while they're over here stealing our country. And so my thing about this is this: I'm asking all of you, including you atheists. I know you don't believe in God, but we have to return to what made us great, what made us free. There is no other place like that on earth. And I'm asking every one of you to pray. And pray that we can get back on course. Pray that we can bring this government down. It's not just Democrats. It's both parties, and they're involved with, you heard me say it before, the New World Order. And their goal is to kill 92% of the population of the earth. That's in progress right now. That's what's going on in the Middle East. That's what's going on over in Russia. That's what's going on here at home now. And I'm just begging you guys, man, go back to where you were brought up and the things that you remember about when you were little, and God and Jesus. Go back to those things. And for those of you who don't believe in that, at least look at the system that we have compared to anybody else. There is no comparison. And the light year distance would be, compare us to the Muslim nations. That's the exact opposite ends of the spectrum. And then there's all the stuff in between, but we are the greatest. I love you guys. Please pray. Please help us. Bye.